Can, yeah.
Okay, great. Now, to begin with, let's talk about how much money Michigan is expected to receive and how that money will turn our economy around.
Well, first of all, let's be clear, this will help to slow the slide, but it's going to take a while for us to recover, like the nation to recover, as the president said last night. But clearly, for Michigan, this is going to be a significant impact because it'll save or create 109,000 jobs. In this area alone, there will be hundreds of millions of dollars going into construction for roads and bridges, and that will put almost 4,000 people to work right now, this summer, this construction season. Very important. But it's also in the form of tax cuts. Huge tax cuts for especially working people, middle-class people, and low-income people. So there's a lot of money coming to Michigan. It's coming in different formats, but the whole bottom line is to help citizens get through this economic time and to put people to work.
Now, big talker this week, House Republicans are calling for a 5% pay cut for state employees, saying that the state is spending some $5 million more each business day than it's actually collecting in tax revenue. What do you think about that? Should state workers take the cut?
Well, state workers have already given hundreds of millions of dollars in concessions. They have a pay freeze this year, and I've asked for them to give $50 million more in concessions for next year. So we're in the process of negotiating that. I've taken a pay cut. I hope that the legislature votes on taking a pay cut today, actually. The bottom line is we've got to do whatever we can to tighten our belts. We must, as a state, make sure we live within our means, but we also must make sure that we're protecting people during this tough time, making sure we're not cutting people off of health care, we're not slashing funding for education, which, of course, is the future.
Now, obviously, another really big concern, the automakers. You were just in Washington giving your support for the automaker recovery loan. What's the attitude on Capitol Hill when it comes to helping out the big three?
Well, I think we were all pretty surprised at the attitude on Capitol Hill in December from these senators who were attacking the auto industry, and I think that there was not a recognition and certainly not a support for the fact that this industry employs up to 5 million people across the country. It's not just a Michigan issue. And it's also an issue related to our national security. Do we want to have a manufacturing sector in this nation? Do we want to make things? There's a huge double standard happening where you've got Wall Street being bailed out and all they're making is money with paper. And here we are with everyday citizens who are working on factory lines making a product, which is a car, and those citizens are being asked to give back from contracts that were negotiated. Bottom line, we need to have this industry as a viable industry. I think the Obama administration understands the importance of that, and I hope we see that reflected in their recommendations this week.
Well, Governor Granholm, thank you so much for your time.